The nation is in a very somber mood today because everyone is talking about the gang rape case in Hathras in Uttar Pradesh. And it's a horrific case which has come to light. It's atrocious, it's horrendous, as every rape case is. And what has transpired, the events that have occurred, they surely raise a question on humanity and also on a lot of other issues that we'll divulge into one by one. There are three aspects I want to talk about since we're discussing the Hathras Gangrape case. Of course, the Yogi Adityanath government, they have said that an SIT has already been formed. The report will be submitted in 7 days. The court will also, there will be a special fast track court rather, for the case to be heard on an urgent basis, for the justice to be swift. The first aspect I want to talk about is the cremation of the girl, because there's a lot of conflicting reports that are coming in. One of the reports that came in yesterday from a leading TV channel, it said that the cremation of the girl had been done by the police at 2 in the night in the absence of the family members. The video that went viral on social media, it said that the girl was being cremated and the family was made to stand far away. Her father was made to stand far away. They couldn't be with their daughter's body in her final moments before she was cremated. Now, this morning we actually discovered another contradictory report as another media channel, a rival media channel, gained access to the family and they spoke to the sister-in-law of the victim, and she said that the family was very much there, that the cremation was done in the presence of the family. So there are a lot of claims, there are a lot of counterclaims being made on this front. In this regard, there is one aspect I really don't understand as of now, because normally you do not see cremations at 2 a.m. in the night. Even in the most heinous cases, there is no norm for cremation at 2 a.m. in the night. But of course, there was certain pressure which is still not being explained correctly for the body to be cremated at 2 a.m. in the night. And that is the one aspect I'm still not able to wrap my head around, that where was the urgent need for the cremation to be done at 2 a.m. in the night, and what is the actual truth? Because we have a lot of counterclaims and claims being made that no, the family was there, it wasn't there, it was there. So it's only beneficial for everyone that the truth comes out, so as to everyone understands what really happened in that moment. Now, if I talk about the second aspect, and this is one aspect I really want to talk about, is CM Yogi Adityanath's governance in the state, the law and order basically. Now, if you have ever been to Uttar Pradesh, if you are a resident of Uttar Pradesh, if you have friends in Uttar Pradesh, one thing you will realize that the law and order is a problem which has been for time eternal. It is not a new problem. It is not a problem that came with Yogi Adityanath or with Narendra Modi. It is a problem which has been there since time immemorial. And I used to had an interview with a politician not so long ago, and he told me this one simple thing. He said, if you want to fix Uttar Pradesh, you want to fix the law and order first. And it just doesn't mean what just happened in Hathras. It also means various other things. Now, of course, there will always be scattered incidents like these. Unfortunately, we do not live in a world that ideal, that sane, that no girl can be 100% sure that no other girl in the world will suffer from this atrocity. There will be always scattered incidents, but it's also time to reflect on the work that has been done by the Yogi Adityanath government when it comes to law and order. Are things better? Are things worse? Well, at least on ground, things are getting better. Just earlier this week, we had the news that the government is now going to make public the faces and names of molesters. They're going to put up hoardings and posters of the men who try to even molest women, eve-tase them, stalk them. Earlier this month, there was also a report, perhaps it was last month or earlier this month, that an SIT was formed in Kanpur just to investigate the love jihad cases. Also, before Yogi Adityanath, there was the duo of Mayawati and Akhilesh, the two parties that usually used to contest in Uttar Pradesh, and they both had a number of gangsters in each pocket. So when the government came, the gangster of other party used to get killed, and vice versa. It was sort of a underworld going on of its own sense in Uttar Pradesh. That has stopped with Yogi Adityanath, as we saw in the first 2-3 years of his government. A lot of gangsters were either arrested or were encountered. Now, that has been one major improvement in law and order, that the gangsters, the justice that is being done, it's not being done by looked at who is the gangster, what is his caste, what is his political alliance, where are his political loyalties. It doesn't really matter to this government. And there's a lot of work also being done for love jihad cases, which is a prevailing problem in the state, as media reports also show. So Yogi Adityanath has done well in that regard. Just go back to in time earlier this year, the Vikas Dubey case. Now, when he was arrested, the morning Vikas Dubey was arrested, what were the opposition parties saying? What were the liberals saying? All of them had one notion that, oh, Vikas Dubey is a Brahmin. He won't be killed because he is a Brahmin. Yogi Adityanath government only hunts Dalits or people from the OBC background or people who are not that high up in the hierarchy if we go by the caste system, the prevailing caste system in the state. Of course, the encounter followed. The intricacies of the encounter are a subject best left to another day. But the encounter happened. So that gets to show that Yogi Adityanath's stance on law and order, it has been firm. But of course, these scattered, these atrocious, these heinous and unfortunate incidents like the one we saw in Hasrat, that warrants the question that what more can be done to make women feel safer? What more can be done to make them feel safer in their own cities, in their own homes, in their own states? Why can't we restrict the number of crimes? That is the question that is still going to be asked, and it's time for Yogi Adityanath's government also to further improve on what they have already been doing. But there is a third aspect I want to discuss, and this is one that is very, very important, because every time a case like this happens, there's certain politicization from the opposition, which is very incorrect. Now, a rape case, be it anywhere in the world, it's heinous, it's atrocious. It must be punished accordingly as per the law, and it must be punished not after 6 or 8 or 10 years, where the mother of the victim has to plead before the Supreme Court at 3 a.m. in the night. It shouldn't happen that way. It should be swift. It should be fast-tracked. But there's a contradiction that is now becoming prevalent, that is the mixing of politics and justice. Now, a rape victim, irrespective of their caste, of their religion, they deserve justice. It doesn't matter what the caste of a victim is. Also, what doesn't matter is the caste of the accused, of the ones who are the rapists, or at least accused as rapists, or later convicted as rapists. And this is where the politics has begun. Now, in the Hasrat case, we are seeing the politics because of the casteism in such a way that the casteism card is being played around by the political parties. They are not standing there for the rape victim. They're standing there for their own politics. We saw similar cases actually also happening if I talk about the Sambhal case. Now, no one has really heard about the Sambhal rape case, which was very, very similar. A minor girl was raped and burnt. But no one really talks about it because it was not politicized for whatever reasons. There is also the case of Badua, which was a love jihad rape case. That is also not being spoken of. Now, it's not about which case is important or why are we speaking of this case if we haven't spoken of other cases earlier. No, it's not about that. It is about ensuring that we speak up for every case that comes into the, that is reported or probably gets in the eye of the police. It comes in the attention of the police. That is what should be done, because the movement to make a country safer for women, it has to be consistent. It cannot be selective, because when you have cases which are unreported, which are somehow hidden for whatever political reasons, because the accused belongs to a certain religion, because the parties don't want to or perhaps want to appease a certain community by not raking up the issue, that is when you encourage more such incidents against women. The movement to make country, city, state, whatever, safer for women, it should be irrespective of the politics. The justice and politics should not be mixed. The social pursuit to make the country safer for women should not be mixed with the politics of the land. That is one thing we must remember. And at this point, we can only hope that justice is served swiftly, very quickly, in the recent gang rape case, and one can only hope that the police, the administration, the law enforcement agencies, not just in Uttar Pradesh, but also across the country, they learn their lesson and ensure that crimes like these do not happen in the future. Thank you.